like a little kid. You can see how big they are in my hand. It's about as big as my palm lengthwise. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-dye these suede in their darker color. I'm going to repaint the black on it, make it look nice. And as you can see, there's little scuffs and stuff like that. I'll paint the inside and paint it red. I'm probably going to use jacquard for it. And the thing is, I'm going to give it to my little nephew. So first thing we're really going to do is prep up the clean. So what we're going to do is get this little soft brush because it's big enough to use. And I got a little solution I mixed up in this. What I did was fill it up. I dropped 2 squirts of Rejuvenator and a cap full of Angelus Easy Clean. That way I know it works well with suede.
Alright, this is your boy Jay Dragon, and I'd like to welcome you to the Dragon Den. I got a little treat for you today, and I got these little Jordans I'm working on. Alright, all I like to know is y'all people be safe. What I'm going to do beforehand is clean these shoes up. Basically, I'm cleaning up the insole as best I can with the mixture that I made. And I realized that it didn't get enough bubbles in it like I wanted it to. So I sit right there and had to put another squirt of my Rejuvenator. So I filled it up a little more, but that was later on. So what I did was scrub this shoe down very vigorously. That way you know it is clean. That's the way we make everything, right? Alright. What I'm going to do is sit right here and wet down the shoestrings and sit right here and rub them vigorously between my hands. I'm not saying I'm a little fast on that part, but I sit right there and started putting a rubber band on it as I wash it in the pillowcase lately, and I noticed that it works out pretty well. So that way you don't have the knot and all the other tying up. But for now, that's what I got, and that's what I'm going to work with. So basically, I used the suede dye. That way I could sit right there and start painting up the suede, and it worked perfectly. I know this is a hard part and it's a messy part, and this stuff gets everywhere. So what you want to do is wear gloves on when you do this, and be careful because this stuff can saturate right through the shoe with no problem. So do be careful with this stuff because it can get all over and you have to wait and scrub your hands 20 million times. That way your fingers are way too raw and you can't rub on those areas that you need to for your girl. You get me? Alright, so basically what we're going on to is I should be taking the tape off and prepping it ready so I can sit right there and use my acetone. I think I moved that too fast. Basically, I got the cotton swabs, and I used those to sit right there and put on the acetone, the fingernail polish remover, whichever you want to call it. It's all the same. It works in the same way. You know, it's the cheapest way. I'm trying to show you right now. This way you can sit right there and get this stuff shot up and make a family member some nice, crisp Jordan shoes like you want. Alright, so basically I'm sitting right there going over a dark spot. It really wasn't as bad as I thought it was, because that tip where it looked like it had the where it looked like it was messed up after it got washed, it looked good, so I didn't have to do that. So basically I went over and repainted this stuff. I got that little spot right there, so what I right there and did, as soon as I could, I hit it with a little bit of alcohol and wiped it away real quick. It didn't mess up the bottom part because that's where the foam is, and it's basically the same thing. Well, the bottom part was all white and then they painted it black. So you see what I'm saying? So basically I'll go over it again, and I thought putting the tape over it would sit right there and help me out, but I really didn't need it because, you know, your boys got it good when it's hitting on the lines, right? Alright, so I thought it would help, but I was wrong. I didn't really need it like I thought I did. So I sit right there and pulled it off and started going in to that black paint as hard as I could. So this, I got jacquard, and I used it on the shoe with a brush because my airbrushes were acting weird, and I found out why. So I sit right there and fixed them. So ain't no worry or stress about that now. So basically, I just took it, got a big brush. Matter of fact, I got this brush at the Dollar Tree, which was a good thing for this process. You're still keeping it in a cheap area, you're still saving money, and that's what we need to do nowadays. We need to save our money, especially with being stuck in the house all the time. You know what I'm saying? So basically, what you want to do is, after you sit right there, I also mix the Jacquard in with a Too Soft. But when you put these two products together, if I'm right, Jacquard's already got a type of Too Soft in it. But regardless, even when you put this stuff on there, this Jacquard is basically already to use an airbrush. But since I had a problem with my hairbrush, I finally fixed it and we got it working right. So of course, that's after I'd done all this work. So basically, anyway, I'm just showing you how I did the insoles, because I accidentally did them ahead of time because I wasn't thinking. I was just sitting right there. Would this be the best way to do it? And I'm trying to figure out, because my airbrush was acting weird, and I finally figured it out. Now, when I'm sitting right there doing that, I'm doing it with a brush, and I had to figure out how to do it right, and then, you know, I had to figure out where I needed it, and in some places it would soak it up more in certain areas, and it'd be redder in one spot and then be lighter in the other. So you just had to keep going over till it evened out. So basically, after you mix it up, redo it again. But I realized that I didn't really need the tape there at the end, as long as I was careful. So I didn't mess up on that part, which I thought I would. So it shows how much I trust myself, you know. But I know I can do stuff like this, so all you gotta do is go in and do it. Sometimes that's the only way you can know that you can do it, is when you go into and now you always gotta prep your ideas of what you want to do first. And I did this ahead of time, and I thought I was recording, and I messed up, and I realized that I wasn't recording when I was shooting the thing, showing you how to do the details for these letters. And well, anyway, I sit right there and just redid it again, and they're already red beforehand. So if that's the reason why they look red, that's because I did them ahead of time, because I messed up. So we're going in, and I'm showing you how the new shoe looks. I'm putting the sole back into it, you know what I mean. But anyway, we're gonna sit right there and heat that shoe up that I just painted, get it ready, brush it down, because sometimes you gotta set the knot to the suede after you done this to it, you feel. So we're gonna keep on going. So I'm basically figuring out the way that I want to sit right there and put these shoestrings in. Should always figure out how you are on this. So like I say all the time, appreciate your boy. Give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and that way you can get notifications for every video I lay down, you dig? And this is J Dragon signing out, saying hit your boy up. I'll show you how to do some shoes and art on this channel. Appreciate you. And the one on the left looks pretty good, and the one on the bottom, thank you.